In a stark message reflecting deepening anxieties in the Middle East, Turkish Defense Minister Yasar Guler has issued a strong warning that Israel's actions could present a direct threat to Turkey. Speaking amid heightened tensions across the region, Guler pointed to Israel's recent military activities as a potential flashpoint, signaling that Turkey must remain vigilant in the face of a rapidly shifting regional landscape. His remarks reflect growing concerns in Ankara that the prolonged conflict between Israel and various factions could spiral into a broader confrontation involving neighboring states. Guler's statement alludes to the historical cycles of escalation that have led to larger, devastating conflicts in the past, comparing the current environment in the Middle East to those seen before major global wars. His reference to past world conflicts hints at Turkey's view that unchecked aggression and rising hostility can have consequences that extend far beyond the immediate parties involved. By invoking these historical parallels, he underscored the gravity with which Turkey views the current situation and the potential ramifications for the broader region. According to Guler, Turkey's stance is one of readiness and caution, emphasizing that while Ankara is committed to promoting peace and stability, it will not hesitate to act in defense of its national security if provoked. His comments point to a strategic shift, suggesting that Turkey's military is prepared to respond swiftly should the situation evolve into a direct threat to Turkish interests. He stressed that Turkey's emphasis on defense is not intended to stoke tensions but to ensure that any risks to its security are met with robust preparedness. This warning comes amid Turkey's broader position of diplomatic engagement in the Middle East, where it has consistently advocated for de-escalation and dialogue in conflicts involving Israel, Syria, and other regional players. Turkey has historically positioned itself as a mediator and peace broker, often engaging in dialogue with diverse parties to promote resolutions to complex issues. However, Guler's recent remarks indicate that Turkey is also aware of the challenges that such an approach might encounter, especially if regional hostilities threaten to spill over into its own borders. Guler's warning also arrives at a time when Turkey has increased its regional security measures, potentially in response to the instability generated by Israeli military actions and the corresponding reactions from neighboring factions. Turkey has been closely monitoring developments in Gaza and Lebanon, aware that rising tensions in these areas could inadvertently draw in other nations. Guler's statement underscores a careful balancing act, where Turkey seeks to protect its interests and promote peace while remaining fully prepared to defend itself if required. In addition to the direct security concerns, Guler's comments also reflect Turkey's view of its role as a key player in Middle Eastern stability. Ankara has consistently maintained that it has a vested interest in ensuring that conflicts do not spiral out of control, potentially destabilizing the region and creating security risks for all neighboring nations. Turkey's position is that regional stability can only be achieved through careful diplomacy, dialogue, and restraint on all sides. However, the increasing frequency and intensity of military actions by Israel have prompted Ankara to reassess its stance. Guler's mention of national readiness suggests that Turkey is prepared to reinforce its defense systems, strengthen its border security, and, if necessary, respond to any incursion or attack that might emanate from Israel or other conflict zones. This preparation is part of a broader security strategy that Turkey has adopted in recent years, aimed at ensuring the country remains resilient amid a series of evolving geopolitical threats. Turkey's cautious yet assertive posture may also be a signal to the international community about the need for collective action to prevent further escalation. By raising the alarm, Guler is effectively calling for greater diplomatic efforts from all involved parties to halt aggressive actions and promote regional stability. For Turkey, the stakes are high, as any increase in hostilities could lead to economic disruptions, further refugee flows, and risks to energy security, all of which Ankara has worked diligently to mitigate in recent years. Furthermore, Guler's statement reflects Turkey's ongoing concerns about the implications of external military interventions in the region, which have often resulted in long-term instability and suffering for civilian populations. Turkey's approach emphasizes the importance of regional actors taking a leading role in resolving conflicts, rather than relying on international interventions that can lead to unintended consequences. This stance aligns with Turkey's recent foreign policy strategy, which seeks to increase its influence in the Middle East while pursuing greater autonomy in its defense and diplomatic efforts. In summing up his remarks, Guler underscored that Turkey's primary goal remains peace and stability. He expressed a commitment to protecting Turkey's interests while calling on regional players to exercise caution and work toward de-escalation. By stressing Turkey's readiness, he hopes to deter any potential threats while making it clear that Turkey will defend itself if needed. Guler's warning is therefore not just a message of preparedness, but a call to action for diplomatic channels to address the mounting crisis. For Turkey, the priority remains preventing the kind of escalation that could have catastrophic consequences for the region. Through these statements, Turkey aims to position itself as a stabilizing force while sending a clear signal that its commitment to peace is backed by a readiness to act decisively in its own defense.